Please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهل هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين وأنت أرحم الراحمين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. We have been studying chapter Najm, and today we are going to start studying the verse 49, وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ رَبُّ الشِّعْرَى. Now we studied last week the verse 47, that he will undertake the second creation. We talked about it, the second creation, the first creation and the second creation, what it means, why there is a need for a second creation, etc. And also verse 48, that it is he who gives wealth and possessions. He distributes everything according to his will. Although we think we are making some wealth, we are making our life, we are gaining our bread, but he decides, the one who creates the universe decides about it. And depending on our free will, how we use it, accordingly, he judges what we deserve, what we don't deserve, what is good for us, what is not good for us, because in fact, we touched upon it a little bit last week. We may think that a certain amount of physical wealth, physical entity may make us pleased with their presence in our hand. But depending on, for example, I want this property, I want this wealth, whatever it is. I want to have, not only in terms of wealth, for example, I want this knowledge, I want this belief, certainty in my belief, any kind of, I want, for example, to gain fame among people, and I want to impress other people, whatever. But depending on our intention, we may think that if I have this, I will be happy, I will be pleased with my life. And we use our free will, and within the conditions, the rules, regulations of the order of the universe, we may attempt certain rules to follow them and try to get the result. We may get it, we may not get it. According to what we deserve, it is difficult a bit to explain this. According to what we deserve, what is good for us, but depending on our understanding of the relationship between us and our Creator. For example, I say, "Oh, my Creator," within myself, even verbally, I may express it or I may not express it. "Oh, my Creator, if I have this property, whatever it is, this stuff, whatever it is, I will be happy with you. But I cannot guarantee that it will be a means of happiness for me. But because I asked my Creator that if I have it, I will be happy. But my Creator knows that, he must know that he is the absolute Creator. If you have it, you won't be happy. So although I make my portion, what is left to me, as a created being within the order of this universe, I make the attempt, but I may not get it. Because my intention, what I deserve, sincerely, God knows it, that if I have it according to my understanding, I will be happy with my Creator. But I don't know whether it will be the case or not. I cannot guarantee it. So accordingly, God treats us in a way that if, as far as he knows, because he knows what the past, what the future has, what the present time has. So according to his absolute knowledge, he decides, you will have this, you will not have this. Because he knows that you sincerely wanted to be happy with the Creator, but if you have it, you won't, if you have what you wanted to have it, you won't be pleased with the Creator. Maybe you will misuse it. Maybe it may be harmful for you within the order of the universe, because we don't know the future. So it is the one who decides ultimately what is good for me, what is not good for me, but according to my attitude towards my Creator. I know it is difficult for me to explain this. For example, if a person doesn't believe in the Creator, he doesn't ask the Creator to give certain results for him, but depending on his real situation, doesn't believe in the Creator for what reason? Really, is he really an obstinate denier? Or if he was not presented the right understanding of religion, he wasn't satisfied with it. That is why he thought he doesn't believe in God, or he shouldn't believe in God, because for some reasons, he wasn't satisfied with the belief in any certain religion. So this man deserves to be treated in a way that he will be given an opportunity to learn what exactly the religion of God is. For in order to reach this conclusion, he must take this part, or he shouldn't get this part from the material things, so that God arranges everything for him, gives him the opportunity to learn what God's religion is exactly all about. So arranges his life accordingly, but according to what he deserves to be treated. If a person believes in God, but believes in God, but in a not really a sincere way, in an opportunist way, somehow, God treats him accordingly. What I want to say here, I know it is very difficult to explain. The laws of the creation, the principles of the order of the creation is fixed. But everything within the laws of the creation is arranged, decided by its creator. I know it looks like contradictory. It sounds contradictory. The laws are fixed, but the things are chosen according to the choice of the creator. Because the laws are fixed, but the variables are endless. How can I present this one? Please bear with me, because this is a difficult subject to deal with. For example, I may want to go somewhere and to be there at 2 o'clock, but I don't know. There is a traffic jam, or there was something happened on the road that the traffic is blocked. There was an accident. I didn't know that. I wouldn't be able to know it. So according to my intention, I would be there at 2 o'clock, but there was an accident beyond my expectation. I cannot be there. For example, I may expect that I have cultivated the land, simple example, practical example. And if everything goes right, I will harvest certain amount of crops. But there was a lack of rain, drought. I think it is called drought, isn't it? There was no rain. And the result didn't come. Harvest didn't come. So there are two types of order works. One side, yes, there are certain principles that don't change. But at the same time, there are certain things are open-ended. They are not settled down. They are not firmly established. They vary. We may know certain laws, but we don't know many variables in the creation, so we cannot really expect what we expect to happen in the future exactly as we planned. For example, I may buy a car, and the car is made to run for 10 days perfectly. But can I guarantee that I will never have an accident during these 10 years? No. There may be a disaster, there may be a flood, and my car may be dragged away by the flood. I don't know, there may be a storm and break something, some parts of my car. I don't know. I cannot calculate them. I cannot make sure because human beings have free will. Somebody may come and steal your car. You don't know. So some drunken man may hit you on the way. You cannot really guarantee that it wouldn't hit you or that drunken man wouldn't hit you. These are called two mixed elements are working together. We know certain order in the universe, but we don't know certain things in the universe. We cannot know the intention of for example, my friend, actually it happened, and it may happen, you might have heard that such things happen, was going on the highway. A deer suddenly jumped out of the among the trees into the road, and he crashed the deer, and his car was totaled. How can he know what the deer's intention is, what the deer's will be? No one knows. No one knows. Only the one who keeps the whole order of the universe under his control knows it. That's why our attempt to make something, definitely it will happen. No, you don't know. For example, you may say that if I work, I will make this amount of money, and with this amount of money, I am going to buy this food to eat. But you didn't know that the food was poisonous for any reason. You didn't know. You think that when you buy the food and when you own it, when you get it, it will be good for you and you will feel happy about it. But when you eat it, you got poisoned and you are taken to hospital. It costs you a lot. You never know. That is why God treats us, the creator, the owner of the universe, treats us according to what is best for us. Treats us, I will rephrase it, according to what I deserve. He lets me have it, what is best for me. But of course, I have to take into account that, as the verse 47 says, there will be a second creation. What is best for me, as much as I deserve it, for the second creation. Because this world, the first creation that we are here, according to our experience, this is the first creation. But in fact, it is not the first creation. The first creation is the creation of our spirit. But it is not our subject now. This is, as far as our practical experience of this world is concerned, this is the first creation. And there will be a second creation. We discussed why there should be a second creation last week. So we are not going into that subject, but we are going to understand that what is good for me, according to the creator, according to my creator, what is good for me is something to do with the second creation, which is the eternal life. This life is only a preparation. It is a probationary life here. Probationary life. We are prepared. We are trained to get ready for the second creation. So everything Everything is created here in order to give us the opportunity to prepare ourselves for the second creation. So our Creator creates the things for us in order to prepare us for the second creation, according to what we deserve. I don't know whether it makes sense a little bit now. I think this difficult subject, for example, I say, I'm working hard and I cannot make enough money for me, etc. And why God is not giving me what I deserve, according to my understanding, of course, what I deserve. But my Creator says, look, it may not be good for you, for your second creation, to have this one. That is why I am not giving it to you, because I am choosing what is best for you as much as you deserve it. Did I make sense a little bit? Please help me. Now, let me see if there are some chat. Okay. Ayşe Nur says, can you please clarify what you mean by deserve? Okay, good question. Afshan Haq says, years ago in a previous lecture, you discussed evident versus theoretical divine determining. Is this what you are referring to? Years ago, yes. Thank you, Afshan, to remember that. So we were discussing this matter only now. We are just, that's why I didn't want to use the theoretical divine determining and also evident divine determining. Yeah, that is the subject. Yeah, that is good to remember. Deserve, Ayşe Nur says, deserve means the extent to which I have utilized my free will to train my consciousness, understanding, in order to, that is Ayşe Nur said. Okay, with a question mark. Yes, but let's talk about it more. Let's talk about it together more. Please help me to explain this, because the verse says why it needs to be explained further, that it is he who gives wealth and possessions. It means the creator of the universe gives wealth and possessions. That is what simple meaning of the verse is. Very, very simple, of course, very rough and simple meaning. The creator, the owner of the universe, gives wealth and possessions. Oh, if he gives wealth and possessions, then why should I struggle for it? He gives wealth and possessions according to what I deserve. Now, the question is, what do we mean by deserve? Now, while Ayşe Nur explained, started explaining the subject, or the one side of the subject, actually, while I am using my free will, yes, what I deserve as much as I use my free will. But at the same time, while I am using my free will, what I expect to gain in order to do what? For what purpose? I am using my free will to get it. I have to speak in black and white terms. That's why believer and non-believer, okay? A believer says, because I have to have a pleasant life so that I will be happy with my Creator. In order to have a pleasant life, I have to have a pleasant car, example. So that I will be happy with my Creator, I shouldn't have an excuse to complain about what he said, what he gives to me. So I work and work and work in order to make money to buy a car. That is how I used my free will. Okay. But at the end, I may be given the car, I may not be given the car. Why? For example, I may not be able to make the money while I am struggling really. I don't know the wisdom behind it. Why? Although I am obeying the order perfectly, but something always goes wrong and I cannot make enough money to buy the car. That is the decision of the creator. Apart from my usage of the free will, according to my interaction with my creator through my intention, because I wanted to be happy with my creator. But I didn't know the future. I didn't know one aspect of the divine determining, one aspect of the order, how the order works. One aspect of the order I can guess. The other aspect of the order I cannot guess. I cannot know, impossible. How can I know the intention of the deer? That it will jump into the road and I will hit, God forbid, the deer, and my car will be destroyed completely. And I may be also damaged. I don't know. But the owner of the order of the universe knows. He allots, he decides according to my intention, plus according to my usage, practice of my free will, what I deserve. He decides what is best for me according to what I deserve. Now, what I deserve is my attempt, my practice of my free will, plus my intention, what I want to get, what I want to do. This example is for the one who believes in creator, says, I want to be happy with the creator, with my owner, with my God. But another extreme example, a person who doesn't believe in God. We don't know the reason why people don't believe in God. We must admit that. We cannot say that because they are bad people, because they have bad intention, that's why they don't believe in God. We don't know. We don't know the intention of the people. Maybe they had bad experience. Maybe they really have bad intention. They don't want to submit themselves to the creator. Maybe from their previous experience, they might have heard something irrational about believing in a religion, following in a religion. Religion might, most probably nowadays, this is the case, religion might have been presented to this person in an irrational, unacceptable way. That is why this person says, religion is not for me. It doesn't make sense. That is why this person doesn't believe in God. Does this person deserve to be an atheist? For my reasoning, as far as my creator enabled me to reason, he doesn't deserve to be an atheist. Of course, I understand that, practically speaking, God's wisdom also knows that this person should not be an atheist. He must be given an opportunity to get to know what God's religion is about. And he also tries to make money in order to buy a car. Let's repeat the same example for an atheist person who doesn't believe in God. And he must use his free will. Yes, he uses it. And his intention is to entertain his life. Man, he has no connection, no concern about God. But the Creator knows that he was not given the opportunity to get to know what God's religion is, really. So while he is working, he falls ill. He is taken to an hospital. I'm just making up a story. It doesn't have a reality, but it may happen. And in hospital, he was put in a room and there was another person next to him. God arranges it and they start conversation. This person introduces the real aspect of God's religion to him. He says, oh, I couldn't work enough. I couldn't make money. I couldn't buy a car. I was unlucky. I don't know. In this scenario, he was really lucky. Because as far as his second creation is concerned, he gained. He didn't lose. In this world, he might have lost the car. He might not lose the car. He may buy the car and something happens. Let's say the flu nowadays is the problem. He gets the flu and for some reason, he was introduced to another person. We don't know. So what we have to know that we have to make sure that when I use my free will, I will definitely get the result what I want according to the order of the universe that I know. Of course, there is another aspect of the order of the universe that I don't know. But my expectation always depends on according to the aspect of the order of the universe that I know, not that the other side that I don't know. So I have to understand that I cannot guarantee anything, but I have to do what is left on my free will. It means I have to use my free will in order to follow the order of the universe as much as I know. But I cannot guarantee the result. I must admit that. But do you think the universe is continuing to exist on an accidental principle? Or everything is perfectly preserving their order and orderliness continues in the universe as far as the universe is created, as far as the universe exists. Now, although one aspect is known to human beings, the other aspect is not known to human beings, as if there is an unknown aspect of the universe, there may be a chaos tomorrow. But we experience that there is no chaos happening every day. The orderliness is preserved. Human beings need to explain this. It means We don't know exactly how the order is preserved, but we are sure that the order of the universe has been preserved and is being preserved. By what? By whom? Orderliness is preserved. Although one side looks like chaotic, but there is no chaos in the creation. From there, we understand that the universe, the order of the universe, is not repeating itself, is not controlling itself. Orderliness is controlled by the one who gave existence to the order of the universe. This one is the owner of the universe, creator of the universe. This creator of the universe distributes wealth and possessions. I hope this is clear now. So never, ever complain or become exuberant about what you earn. Complain what you cannot get. Just if you are given what you expect, say thank you. If you are not given what you expect, say I trust in the decision of the Creator. He must have decided about my share on his mercy, on his wisdom, according to my benefit. My benefit, never, ever forget. My benefit for the second creation, which is eternal. It must be eternal. This creation is temporary, not eternal. This creation has its own itself, its own order, that it is temporary. Everyone comes into this creation, given existence within the creation, is subject to transience, subject to death. It dies. Everything dies. But we human beings are given the senses which need eternity. From there, we understand that the Creator is promising human beings that there will be an eternal creation, endless creation, permanent creation. But don't forget, creation, not absolute eternity. No, continuous existence with no end, like we are experiencing here. That is what we want. I don't want to become a God. It is impossible. I am a created being. I will be a created being even in the second creation, but I won't be subject to death. I won't be subject to aging, getting old. I will be ever happy. Why? Because human feelings desire to be happy forever. This feeling is a promise of my Creator, because I didn't create this feeling. This feeling is given to me. So I can conclude from this feeling that the one who gave me this feeling is promising me the second creation. So what is good for me, what is bad for me, as far as the Creator is concerned, the Creator decides according to the second creation, prepares me for the second creation. What is good for me for my second creation? What is bad for me for my second creation? My creator always chooses what is good for me for my second creation, not for my, doesn't choose the bad for my second creation. Why? Who will answer this question? Why do you think the creator does not and cannot, I mean, not the creator, as far as our understanding, we cannot say that he can. No, cannot choose the bad option for me, for my second creation. Although in this world, it may seem to be bad for me because I don't know really it is a bad or a good thing for me. But for my second creation, always my creator chooses what is good for me, at least better, according to what I deserve. Don't forget, deserve, equation of deserve, as Ayşe Nur wrote it before, deserve is equal what I, okay, I will stop and give the mic to Feriha. Okay. What I deserve is what I use my free will plus my relationship with my creator, my intention with my creator. So that is what I deserve, all right? So I may say that I am attempting, I am using my free will in order to do something, but according to my intention, what I deserve, my creator decides accordingly. Before this, Maha, our friend wrote this. The word deserve can be misunderstood, all right? I understand this, yes, can be misunderstood if the emphasis isn't highlighted that the reference points to the second creation, of course. Perfect. I thank Maha. Thank you, Maha. So perhaps, in other words, might be more expressive, like, okay, entrusted with a test or a set of circumstances, perhaps. Thank you for your offer, but give me a word, one word, it is too long. Now, for my probation, what do you think? Probationary word, we have to understand that this word is a probationary word. Probationary word. All right? So to prepare for me, for the second creation, what I deserve for the second creation. Accordingly, he creates here, gives me the opportunity what is best for what I deserve, for my second creation. Maybe, Maha, we can use this, what I deserve for my second creation. What do you think? Okay, I will stop and leave the mic to Feriha, inshallah. Let me see, where is Feriha's hand?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
The question that you asked about whatever is created for me, either good or bad, it's for my second creation, sure. And then you said, why would my creator create something bad for me for my second creation? I don't think so. This question, the second question, would make sense anymore if we were to look at existence or whatever is created for me as an opportunity for my second creation, or as an opportunity for my training and learning, to get to know the purpose of my existence, or like you're referring to here, the second creation. So yeah, I just wanted to bring this point, because then everything that's created then becomes a means for the second creation. So good or bad then does not apply at all. So I'm also thinking with the analogy of a teacher and the student. So teacher would give the exam to the student based on his performance, about how much he or she has mastered or understood the concept, and based on that, the progression happens, and each student in the classroom is different, so everybody is progressing differently. So with this mindset or perspective and lens, I don't see that making the distinction of good and bad would be applicable. Perhaps it may seem to me that, yeah, this is such a hard test, or these two questions, I don't know, I'm still not getting it. But no, at the end of the day, I know that I want to learn this to move on. So just wanted to bring this point up. Thank you. And you're muted if you're speaking.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Feriha. It is a help, definitely it helps, but we have to go a little bit further. What I mean by a little bit further, this subject, what I want to emphasize on, the creator, my creator. I am going to use your analogy of teacher and the student. It was a good start. I really liked it. I will go back there. My creator always chooses what is best for me for my second creation. From our perspective, we cannot say that God, you cannot do it. No, I'm saying for us, I can say my creator cannot have a bad decision about me. Why? I am his creation. I didn't ask him to create me. But as a result of this wealth given to me, I will never, ever be happy with it. If I don't really do what is best for me for my second creation. That is why we have to leave the result to the creator, concentrate on what my free will, what is left to my free will. I don't know whether it makes sense to you or not. If you are satisfied with it, we can go to the verse 49. It is just time now. Does anybody want to ask any question, any concern? I know somebody, one of our friends, wrote something on YouTube. I think it is on YouTube. The Abdul Qadir, somebody, Hanan Abdul Qadir. Feriha also has her hand up right now. Okay, this life is not eternal. This world is like a test. No, this word is not a test, my friend Hanan Abdul Qadir, if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, I'm sorry, but let's say it in this way. This word is not a test. This word is a preparation. This word is a probation center. This word is a training center. The testing for what? God knows everything. He doesn't need to test you, but he gives us the opportunity. That is the subject, another subject, but let's be careful about the test. Test as far as the creator is concerned, giving opportunity. Now, as far as the creator is concerned, he gives us opportunity to have, to do what is best for our second creation. But if someone doesn't understand that he is given the opportunity, he may think that God is testing him rather than giving him the opportunity to prepare himself for the second creation in the best way. So this word is a word of opportunity for the second creation, to prepare ourselves for the second creation. The word, the literal meaning of the word used in the Quran, the vocabulary used in the Quran, dictionary meaning of this vocabulary, the dictionary says test, but within the context of the Quran, speech of the creator, beliya, fitna, these are opportunities, because God never ever doesn't know what will happen, that he's testing me, which kind of person I am. He is my creator. He doesn't need to test me, but giving me the opportunity so that I will improve my potentiality in the best way. So giving me this opportunity, if I don't use it, give us another opportunity, give us another opportunity, so that I will make the best of my life in this temporary world in order to get ready for the second creation. That is why we should not read the Quran according to dictionary meaning. Of course, I don't blame this friend, Hanan Abdul Qadir. It is very widely used translation. But I personally don't agree with this word. But I cannot really say that God doesn't know me and he's testing me which kind of person I am. No, God is giving me opportunity, teaching me this way or another way, so that I will have opportunity to prepare myself for my second creation in the best way. Okay, Mona, oh, I know Fariha is waiting. Keep your hand up, Fariha. Mona says, any suggestions on how to internalize this word is a probation center? I see. I understand this probation center, probation, used in two different contexts. You know, probation to prepare somebody before they take them to prison so that they will get ready for the life of life in prison. That is not what I meant. Probation means, you know, you apply for a job and you are accepted for the job, but they say, the employer says, look, I will give you 3 months to try whether I will work for you, with you or not. I give you the opportunity. Let me see whether you can really do the job or not. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on the seriousness of the job. So he gives you the opportunity to prepare yourself for the job, to perform it in the best way. If you really utilize this period for 2 months, 1 month, whatever, depending on the job, which kind of job it is, so that you will get ready to assume the full responsibility of the position that you are going to be given. Now, this word, I understand that probation center for the hereafter, whether we will be ready to receive the manifestations of the Creator with no cause and effect relationship, which is here, everything is created through a veil of causes. If you notice that, if you don't plant, you don't get the result. If you don't, for example, cook, you don't get the food, ready food, cooked food. You have to cook it. For example, I don't know, if you don't walk, you cannot get to the destination. If you cannot use a vehicle, you cannot reach the destination, walking, running, or biking, or using a car, airplane, whatever, ship, whatever it is. You don't get to the destination. But the second creation, exactly what we want. Now, I want to be somewhere without any means. Please, God, create it for me. Yes, God is the creator of the universe, is able to do that. He doesn't need to create the causes, just creates it, the result. How much have you prepared yourself to realize, to understand that your creator can do it, really? Although in this world, you have to use a means to go and reach the destination, wherever you want to go, either walking or running or biking or driving or taking an airplane, whatever. But while you are walking, while you are biking, while you are driving, are you 100% sure that, have you reflected on it, that the result is created by God, not by the bicycle, not by your muscles, leg muscles, not by your car, but by the one who creates the order of the universe? Did you make sure? How much did you make sure that it is not the bike is taking you? It is the creator of the order of the universe is taking you. It is not your legs are taking you, which are taking you. It is the creator of the leg. It is the creator of the muscles. It is the creator of the gravity. It is the creator of the earth who is taking you there. It is only through his power that the result is created. If you make sure that these means, these vehicles, these veils, this cause and effect is just a veil to the absolute power of the Creator, then you will realize that the result is created by the creator of the universe, who has absolute power. The second creation, you will be presented the direct manifestation of the absolute power. You will not need a means to reach your destination. That is why belief or submission, belief and submission to the power of the Creator. In this probation center, we have to get to train ourselves, to prepare ourselves to be a candidate for the position in paradise. Do you see the Mona, Sister Mona asked this question, but it is everybody's concern. It is my concern as well. Have we made sure that the power of the Creator is in operation? The all means are created by Him. Not the means are creating the result, but all the means are prepared and created by Him. The order of the universe altogether continuously being created by Him. Okay, I think Feriha must be very impatient now. So I am muting myself. Go ahead, Feriha.
All right, so yeah, I'm still thinking a little bit more on, what we covered thus far, and trying to understand a little bit of the two aspects of creation that you mentioned. One is very obvious to us, that we find within the order in the universe, what you were referring to as laws or principles that we follow to hope for expected result to be created. That's, everybody, it's easy to be in agreement with that. And so the second part where you were mentioning about the other aspect, which really we don't know, it's not in the know for us, it's not obvious. And so taking that, I wanted to understand that within the context of the analogy about the student and the teacher. So here's the student sitting down for the exam, and then, based on, how much he learned and developed, that much he'll be able to perform. And so whatever result he gets is pretty much, we can say that this is what he deserved, because this is how much he learned and this is the result, right? It speaks for itself. So how can I tie in the second aspect to, so what I'm trying to ask is really, is the second aspect of what is created, which I don't know within the laws or principles or order in the universe, is that also part of what I deserve? Is that also part of what I deserve, or is that also included in the training? So that's my question, if that makes sense. You're muted if you're speaking.
Yeah.
Thanks.
When you say it's a part of what I deserve, I think the matter, I couldn't explain it properly. What I deserve from my aspect, according to my free will, how I use it, and according to my intention, what I want to do with the result of my free will, my work, if you like, in this world. But deserving side looks to the Creator. Creator is the creator of the whole order, including the obvious side to us and unknown side to us. But everything obvious and unknown for us are obvious to the Creator. That's how we see the universe. Although there are many unknown factors in the universe, but orderliness continues. Everything is perfectly adjusted. Everything is perfectly arranged and managed perfectly. Some animals eat another animal, or animals eat the plants, and there are lots of interactions here. The clouds are there, the sun and the air, heat and cold weather, winds, everything. There are many unknown aspects, but not because we did not discover. Human beings did not discover, no. How can you discover, going back to my example, that the deer will jump into the road on a certain moment that you are driving and you crash? It is not to be discovered. It is completely unknown. For example, how can you discover a careless driver will come and hit your car while you parked on the corner of the street? He didn't turn properly, careless, and crashed into your car. What human beings can discover, only the aspect of the order which is fixed and to be discovered, not the other side, unknown side to human beings, unknown to human beings. Don't forget this. So when we say what we deserve, it is completely something to do with the Creator. How about me? I have to take care of my free will plus my intention, what I want. For example, if I want to be happy in this world only, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in the second creation, etc. Accordingly, I will work, but my Creator will decide for me to give me the opportunity to take notice of his existence, to take notice of the second creation. It means the end result of this life in this world. He will give me the opportunity to get to know this, but I am free. My free will is set free. I may take notice of it or not. What I have to make sure that the Creator never, ever intends to harm me, to damage me. Although I remember now some verses in the Quran. For example, if they do something wrong, God will punish them even more. As if it looks like this kind of language in the Quran, as if God is competing with unbelievers. No. If I keep doing something wrong, God will keep warning me, showing me that I am doing something wrong. Please don't do that. Give up. Go back. It is nothing but mercy. It is something good for me. For example, if I start cutting myself, it hurts. If I continue cutting myself, it hurts even more. Why? Because I need more serious warning that what I am doing is really wrong. It is mercy to give me more pain. Mercy of the Creator who created this world. If I harm myself, it hurts. If I keep harming myself more and more, there will be pain, which is harder and harder and harder. Why? of course, I am not left alone. My Creator never leaves me alone. If I do something wrong, He warns me. He calls me back. If I do something right, He gives me pleasure. And if I do more better things, He gives me more pleasure. I will feel pleased more. Whenever I do something right, I feel pleasure. I am happy. If I do something wrong, my happiness increases. It means encourage. Go ahead, continue, continue. This is also God's mercy. Everywhere we see nothing but God's mercy. So deserving side looks to the Creator, responsibility in this world side looks at me. So what I will do, I will try my best within the conditions of this universe, whatever the result is created, I will say, this result is nothing but from the mercy of my Creator. Whether I get the job, I may not get the job as a result of my application, I must make sure that this result is nothing but mercy of my Creator. I have to take lesson from it. I have to adjust myself. It means I should never, ever interfere into God's business. God always treats me in the best way, the most beneficial way for me. That's what I have to understand. The reality of this universe, as far as I understand, is based on this. H. Beza says, Hanan Alekber, I have hard time with submitting any ideas. It is not, I will say, Hanan, thank you. It is not the subject now because, but it's a very, very essential question. I know. I appreciate that you frankly admit it, but it is not everybody's job to admit it that I find it difficult to submit, but I appreciate it. But now if I go into this subject, we will lose the thread or the line of thinking of these verses now. Inshallah, another time, when the time comes submitting, inshallah, we will concentrate on it. It's a great question. Thank you. Now, I would like to move to verse 49, but I don't know the time. How can I get it? Let me see. Let me see from here. I may get the time. Oh, it is 8 o'clock. Why, God? Oh, all right. All right. I wanted to prepare our minds for the verse 49. I will hurry up. وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ رَبُّ الشِّعْرَى 49. Now, I think we are ready to study this verse. That He is the Lord of the mighty star, Sirius or whatever, Sirius, whatever it is pronounced, I don't know. I don't really care about the name of the star, doesn't matter. Shi'ra means it's a mighty star, the big star. What is it to do with me? Now, let's make the translation, rough translation, extremely simple. The Creator of the universe is the Lord, owner, administrator, manager, takes care of, maintains the mighty star. He is the controller of the mighty star. Lord means many things. Rab means many things. So what is mighty star? Any guess? What is mighty star? What is it to do here? He gives wealth and possessions. He undertakes the second creation. He gives wealth and possessions, and suddenly, and he is the Lord of the mighty star. What is it to do with it? Why are we talking about the star here? Now, I have to take it for myself. I ask this question. So I say, Ali, oh, there are some friends and H-Base, I see. Feriha might start an ultimate goal. Excellent. Oh, there was something else. Excuse my missed. Excellent. Afshanab. He owns everything and controls everything. Yeah, that is Lord. That is within the under the umbrella of Lord, the word Rab, Lord. But Feriha says something very interesting. Mighty star, an ultimate goal for me. That it's excellent. I think everything is clear now. What is my mighty star? It means what is my ultimate aim? What is my ultimate objective in this world? I have to know that this ultimate objective I have in my mind, in my heart, in my feeling. I have to acknowledge that the Lord of this ultimate objective is my creator, must be my creator. Not that I will obtain it, not that I will obtain it, but only I will present my mighty star, my ultimate objective to my creator. He is going to administer it. He is going to manage with it. I have to present it to him. What do you think my ultimate star, my ultimate objective should be? We are going through the second creation, wealth and possession, but at the end, what I am aiming at, really, I have to understand that this purpose, this target of my life must be left to my creator. He will take care of it. What does it mean? Bear in mind that only he can give it to you. You cannot get yourself. You cannot be the Lord of your mighty star. Understand this. He is the Lord of your mighty star, your ultimate purpose. He is the Lord. You cannot be the Lord. You cannot guarantee. Why? Even you say, I am going to be a billionaire, okay. I am going to be the king, okay. You can be the king. You can be the president of America, the United States, right? Is it your mighty star? Is it your ultimate goal? Can you really guarantee it? Can you be the Lord of your ultimate purpose? You will see 10 years later, the president will be in grave. You cannot be the Lord. You have to understand. We have to understand. That is why this kind of language, Allahu Rabbul Alameen, for example, Allah, God, is the Lord of all worlds. What does it mean? You cannot be the Lord of anything. You cannot be the manager of anything. You cannot be the protector of anything. You cannot guarantee anything, but assign the guarantor as the guarantor, the creator of the universe. Say that, oh, my creator, I want this. You can give it to me. I cannot guarantee it, but you can. But you can. Do you understand the relationship between the previous verses, verse 47 and verse 48 and verse 49? This is the ultimate aim that we have to understand. Second creation, God gives the wealth and possession. It means I have to understand that whatever the objectives I have in my life, I cannot guarantee them, but only I can present my desires, my wishes, my hopes, my objectives to the Lord of the universe, owner, manager of the universe. I have to do my job, but know that only the Lord of the universe can give me, can guarantee it for me. I think this subject is today up. It is already, we are already over time. So inshallah, next Monday, we will study some subjects which are not very well really treated in the community. Let's say we will study next week, inshallah, some interesting things that are not very much known to us. We are not going to study the history of the tribe of Ad, tribe of Thamud, or whatever the others, the people of Noah, but story of them. But what do they mean for me? Inshallah, we will start from here next Monday. May Allah be pleased with all of you, and excuse me, Afshan Haq said, why is this association made? Please help. Why is this association? Are you still asking this question, Afshan Haq? Because I think association is cleared. I mean, explained. Are you satisfied with it? If you are writing, I will wait for it. Okay, I think we have to stop here for others. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, I'll see you next Monday, next Saturday, next Monday. Jazakumullah khair. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Bi hurmati sirri surati al-Fatiha.